All right, let's start.
Let's do it.
All right, this is Brooke,
And this is Nikki.
and this is my so-called whatever.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, everyone.
Yes.
We're so happy to be here and to welcome you into the new year, 2018. It's going to be a good one.
It is.
I can feel it.
I think it's going to be the best year ever. I think.
It's going to be epic.
I think so.
Because we have some cool stuff coming up in
Yeah.
2018. I mean, I know this isn't Block Party, but like, hi, we're going to go on the cruise.
Right. That
Like,
is
that's
the truth.
happening this year. That's happening this year.
Right.
Yay!
That's
I'm so
insane.
excited. I know, it really is. And this is our episode 49, so we're going to celebrate our 50th episode later in the week in 2018. God willing, we'll have our 100th episode this year too.
That's right. We will.
Like,
I wonder when that will transpire.
well,
Probably
in about,
right. Probably.
in about 6 months.
Yeah.
Like, right around when we started. Just like end of June, beginning of July.
Yep.
So,
Quite possibly.
summertime. I can't wait for summer. It's 1 below 0 right now.
I am so cold. I don't have my furnace on either. Well, I have
don't have
the furnace is on, but the space heater is not on.
Oh, the space heater is not on. It must be cold down there.
It actually wasn't. It's actually colder upstairs. Believe it or not. Very interesting.
That is very, very curious. Curiouser and curiouser.
Yes.
So, we're here to talk about just New Year's.
Right.
New Year's of the past. New Year's of the present. Maybe not so much New Year's of the future.
Maybe not.
Because we're not there yet.
We're not there yet. And
No.
we cannot predict what New Year's
The
might be like in the future. There's probably a ball is probably going to drop. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Oh, I'm sure a ball will drop. It'll be stunning, and there'll be a lot of people that are cold and that have no place to pee.
Right. They'll probably
Watching
pee their
it.
pants.
Maybe they'll just wear Depends.
Maybe. I wonder if that's what they do.
That's what I'd do. No, you know what I would do? First of all, I'd either not be there, or I would pony up the money somehow to have like a package at one of the restaurants or hotels there where they like let you in and there's like bathrooms that you can use.
Smart.
You pay a lot of money for that, but I feel like it'd be worth it to have a place to pee.
I feel like it'd be worth it too. I think that Maria and Jackie might be going to Times Square.
I was kind of trying to gather if that's what they were doing or not, or what they were doing.
I didn't want to like automatically assume.
I don't want to assume. I'll probably just ask them. But if they went, or if they're there now, well, they're not listening to this there now. But if
Because
they
it's
went,
New Year's Eve.
right, then
Right.
have fun.
Yeah.
Hope you had a great time.
I hope you
Hope
did too.
everybody had a great time.
I bet they did.
Whatever you did, what are you doing this New Year's Eve?
I don't
Or what
actually,
did you do New Year's?
Actually, I just got a text. Hey, we just got invited to go somewhere on New Year's Eve. So we just got an invite.
Who did?
I just did. Just as you asked me, what are you doing on New Year's Eve?
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Like you and Kevin?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Well, Kevin and I and the kids.
I think we're just going to be home. I thought about maybe trying to do something, but Sadie won't last. She'll like be asleep in somebody's lap by like 10:30. So I think we'll probably just stay home, but it'll be nice. This is what we usually do.
Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah. And watch the ball drop and then go to bed.
That will be fun.
We'll probably get some Chinese food.
That sounds amazing.
It's kind of a tradition.
That sounds really good.
That's like current tradition. New Year's and Chinese. The sodium will kill me, but
What ifs?
it's one night.
It's
I
one
haven't
night.
had Chinese food since the summer.
It's been a while for me. It's
I'm
been a
really
while.
looking forward to it. Maybe I'll get some sushi. That's a little bit better.
Yeah.
I
Sweet
like
potato
sushi.
roll all the way.
Sweet potato roll, add cream cheese.
Yep. Gimme some more.
Take all my money, give me all the rolls.
That's right.
So anyway, fun. We'll hope everybody had a good time.
Yeah, and I hope that you had an amazing New Year's Eve. Maybe you have New Year's Eve traditions that we don't know about. So feel free to let's talk about it on Twitter or the Facebook group or whatever.
Yeah. We like to share.
Yeah.
Share stories, share old pictures. I could probably summons up an old picture or two from New Year's past.
I was trying to think of New Year's Eves that we spent together. I recall one in particular.
Which one is it?
It was from the 90s. I think it was our freshman year. And we were at Darcy's house.
I don't remember.
And I got that t-shirt from your cousin.
I do remember. Oh my God.
And I wore that t-shirt
Oh my
all the
gosh.
time.
Oh my gosh. How did I forget that?
I don't know, but that's the only one I remember. I was trying to like remember other New Year's Eves, and I don't remember any other ones.
That was 94 to 95.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
I think the other, because that was my freshman year, so I was playing freshman basketball. And I think the other years I played varsity basketball, and I think that we did stuff as a basketball team.
Yeah.
I think.
I remember three of the four in high school. There's one I can't remember what I did. Like for anything, I cannot remember what I did. But there was one year that I spent it at home with my family. Like we many years had like a New Year's Eve party, like family party.
Mm-hmm.
And one year because I have a picture from that. And another year I spent with...
Oh, I remember that. I remember that New Year's.
What New Year's?
Wait a second. When was the New Year's that you spent with your cousins?
That was Thanksgiving that you're thinking of.
Oh yes, Thanksgiving. That memorable Thanksgiving. All I have to say is Darcy on rollerblades.
Yes. All I have to say is Jolly Ranchers and Zima.
Hey.
That was freshman year of high school.
Oh, I hadn't had Zima then, but
I had Zima. I was 14.
Yikes!
It was fun though. I was at my aunt's house. I mean,
Hey,
what was gonna happen? Well, I'll tell you what happened.
you made some phone calls.
And I had some Zima that had red Jolly Rancher come up onto the white carpet.
Oh, gee.
That's what happened.
And then you were like, now I know my limits. Kind of.
Yes. Kind of. It would take a while for me to really, truly learn.
I enjoyed some Zima this summer.
Yeah, they brought it back.
Yeah.
I didn't have any.
I really
I really
enjoy
can't.
Zima. I really enjoy it.
I can't enjoy it ever again. Just because of that. You know what I mean?
I can't seem to find it anywhere, so I'm guessing that was it.
It might have been a limited release.
Kind of sad about that.
They should bring it back for like good.
They should,
Back for
because you
good.
know what? BB Mac would be proud.
Yes.
And I would be especially excited about that, because if we ever did this, my so-called sleepover, we're going to have some Zima. We're going to have some Jolly Ranchers.
Yes. And those little Kahlua mudslides. You like those, don't you?
Oh, those were my favorites.
I don't like those either.
Those and the White Russians.
Yeah, and the little like bottles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't really care for those. But I always remember you
love
liked those.
Kahlua. I just love Kahlua. And that was the only thing.
That's what's in a cocaine lady, right?
Oh yeah. I like, and a lot of people are like, oh, milk. Ooh. I'm telling you, milk is what helps me not vomit.
That seems so funny to me.
Isn't that weird?
I would think like that would be the first thing that would make you vomit.
No.
So funny.
I just, first of all, as you know, my face shows it very well. So I must have that like it's like the enzyme. I can't break down the enzyme or something.
No, I have that problem.
My face turns like purple.
Mine too.
And
my
it's
face
uncomfortable.
gets so red and hot.
Right.
And like almost like itchy
Yes.
and like tingly. And it's embarrassing. And it's been like that. I'll tell you what doesn't do that. Beer does that to me. Wine does that to me. You know what doesn't do that to me? Vodka. So I can have like vodka drinks and I'm good.
Yeah, I'm fine. Like when we went to the concert and we had Cape Cods,
Yep.
I was fine.
Yep. Perfectly fine. But like I can't have a beer. I used to, well, no, I always had that problem, but I used to drink a lot of beer. Like that was my drink of choice when we'd go out because it was like easy and inexpensive. Relatively speaking.
Right. I'm just, it makes me like, and I think it's the whole diet thing, the whole like, and I'm not like, honestly, it's just it's a change in like what I can consume. And I think that this whole thing's gotten worse since I started
really?
the special diet. Yeah. Maybe, well, first of all, doesn't beer have wheat in it or?
Yeah. I mean, you can't.
So I can't have it.
It has gluten. They do have gluten-free beers. I've never tried that.
I'm all set. I'm good.
You know what?
I'm good.
I'm cool.
You know what didn't turn my face red? Zima.
Man.
So Zima.
If Zima was a limited release, bring that back.
I think there's nothing wrong in moderation. And I mean, whatever. And there's nothing wrong if people want to go and have a good time.
Absolutely.
And, kick back, have the time of their lives, whatever. I just need to watch
Yeah.
myself, you know. I'm not
Yeah.
going to be a party pooper, but
No.
I also don't want to be...
You know what doesn't make me act crazy?
What's that?
Vodka.
You know what I can't have? Tequila. You know what I like? Tequila.
Oh my gosh. I cannot have tequila.
I don't know why I like it.
And I do not like tequila.
I really enjoy
we're
it.
Cool. Oh my gosh.
I like
do you
that.
Do you like margaritas?
Oh yeah.
I don't like margaritas.
I like a strong salty margarita.
I like my margaritas like I like my men.
Strong and salty. Oh man.
So, do you have any like New Year's traditions growing up? Like, what did you do for New Year's when you were a kid?
Honestly, it was very low key, like exceptionally low key. I think when I was really little, my parents used to go out, so I would spend it with my grandparents, and I'm not even entirely sure if we ever got to watch the ball drop. Like, I think we'd all fall asleep, you know? We'd attempt it, but... And, like, it just never was, like, a big deal. And then, I think starting in, like, 5th grade, I would go to the, as my parents would call it, a sock hop. Where...
Is this 1959?
Well, they called it that because you would roller skate and then you would dance afterwards.
Oh.
And so they called it that's what they used to call
that.
sock hops back. That's what they said anyway.
Oh my god.
Because you took your shoes off.
Right.
But I think that there's an entirely different term for sock hop, but possibly not. But anyway, so like it may have even been 4th grade, actually, that I started going to like Happy Wheels. And I went to the like dance and skate.
That's so fun.
Or skate and dance.
I never did that.
It was a lot of fun. So we do that. I did that probably. Well, I know I did it 4th and 5th grade, and possibly 6th grade.
That's fun.
Yeah, I thought for sure you had gone with me.
No,
at one of the times.
I never did that. I don't think.
And I was trying to think if Skate Scene did that back in the day.
I probably would have gone to Skate Scene, or no, I shouldn't say that. I don't think I ever did it. And if it was Happy Wheels and Skate Scene that both did it, I probably would have been more likely to go to Skate Scene. And I probably would have been in like middle school. But I don't think I ever did that. Because my family usually had a party.
That's really cool that your family had a party. Like mine didn't do anything. They did nothing.
Right down to like my aunts and uncles and cousins would come over. And like we would have like the crowns that say Happy New Year and like noisemakers and stuff, and
I think
like it was a thing.
Yeah, I think starting next year, I think we're gonna have a party. So you can come to my party.
I think that's fun
because I've always like it was never a big deal. I think it will be fun to have friends. Like whoever wants to come can come, and if you want to come, you don't have to come. But if you want to come, you can come, and we can all like everybody bring a dish.
Yeah.
So it's like a big like
that's like what we used to do.
Yeah.
Like I know what you mean.
Potluck.
Thank you. Would it be like crock pots of like meatballs and stuff?
Yeah.
And who doesn't love crock pots and meatballs?
You can even you don't have to bring something. You know, if you can't you were working, not a big deal. Because I'll probably have tons of stuff there anyway because I'll have my double oven hopefully by then.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm like I have this feeling I'll be like just moving into the house.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. Like we might not even be ready, but like a lot of the stuff will be over there, so I might still have one at my house right now. Because everything will be gone.
Yeah. So it's like open space.
Right.
I think that'd be fun.
Well, put it on your calendar.
I'll put it I don't have a new calendar yet. But when I get it, I'll put it on there.
All right.
So, yeah, that's fun. We always had parties and my parent, like, I think it was usually my parents that did it. Somebody in the family would. But I feel like it was almost always my parents. And it was like that same kind of thing. If you want to show up, if you want to come, come. If you can't stay until midnight because you got little kids or you're just tired or you got to work the next day because, like, the world doesn't stop. People still have to work on New Year's Day.
Right.
Then, stay until like 10 or whenever.
Right.
But, so that's what we always did. There was one year in particular, like I really, really remember. I remember it for two reasons. It was 89 going into 90.
That's a big turnover.
It was. And it was exciting because,
and as we know, it was a huge turnover from 89 to 90.
It, like,
in more ways
cow.
than like 1 or even 10.
It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I remember watching, I was 9, and I remember watching the B-52s on MTV performing on like the New Year's Eve, like MTV special.
Mm-hmm.
And the other day I went looking and I found it on YouTube.
Fun.
I know. I just always remember that one. And it was the last New Year's we had with my grandfather. He passed away in January of 90.
Oh.
So, like, I always just remembered that.
And he was there?
Yeah.
Did he pass away, like, quickly? Did he have a heart attack or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Gotcha.
Like, it wasn't
expected. It wasn't.
Correct.
Yeah.
He wasn't sick or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I just always remember that year. So, and like, I remember very distinctly sitting in my living room watching the B-52s and thinking, like, they're so cool. And like, nobody else was excited about it. And I'm like, how could you not be excited? It's the B-52s.
They're like, we just want to hear some Crystal Gale.
Right. So.
And some Eddie Rabbit. You and I.
Rabbit. I don't mind it. I don't mind a little Eddie Rabbit.
Remember Crystal Gale's hair?
No.
It was like down to her ankles.
Oh, Lord. Was she on Sesame Street?
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure she was. Because I feel like I remember the hair now. On Sesame Street.
I wonder if she ever cut it.
She had to have.
I guess I gotta go and look.
Yeah, we should probably look that up. Like, we need to know.
And I wonder if, like, it was, like, in her religion, maybe? Maybe. No, I doubt it. I don't think she'd be singing with Eddie Rabbit.
No. No. I don't think so. I
love a rainy night. I love a rainy night.
So I always remember that one. So I'll post that video on our website.
It's a Solid Gold Saturday night tonight, by the way.
What?
Solid Gold Saturday night.
It is Saturday night.
Yeah, but it's Solid Gold Saturday night. It's playing all the hits, playing all the 80s country, 80s and 90s, early, 80s.
Like right now?
Yeah, every Saturday night.
On what?
On one of the country music stations.
Oh, I don't pay attention.
I don't either, except if I'm like at my sister's house, or if I'm at like somebody's house and I'm like, hey, it's Solid Gold Saturday night.
Did they turn it on?
No, it's like on already. And I'm like, oh, Solid Gold Saturday night.
Oh.
Because I'll hear like Randy Travis or something. Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
Or you and me going fishing in the dark. I don't know who sings that song.
Wait. Sing more of that song.
Because you and me going fishing in the dark. While the moon grass grows.
Didn't Kermit the Frog sing that?
Maybe. I don't know the lyrics, obviously. I just know you and me going fishing in the dark.
I remember Kermit singing that.
Or maybe I just sound like Kermit.
No. No, Kermit sang that.
I've been known to sound like Kermit.
I just got a weird message from my brother.
What did he say?
He didn't say anything. He sent a picture. Would you like to see it?
Yeah.
If I have to, I don't know.
Do I have to cut this out?
Nah.
Okay.
No, I don't care.
I want him to send me the picture.
But I don't know if you can see this. But I'm going to show you. You know what? It's so foolish. I might even share it.
Oh, that's a cute picture.
That's an old dog right there.
Oh.
That's an old dog. No, I don't care. You don't need to cut that out. But that's foolish. So, did you watch Dick Clark?
I didn't. Dick Clark makes me
Dick
sad.
Clark.
Like,
Dick
I miss
Clark,
him.
Like,
I remember the last time I saw him.
You do? Oh, wow.
I couldn't tell if he was like, knew what was going on.
Yeah. The last, like, few years of him doing the New Year's Rockin' Eve was hard.
Yeah.
It was hard. Mm-hmm. But, like.
Now who does it? Carson Daly?
No. Kevin would hate that.
So, just so everyone knows, Kevin hates Carson Daly. He just can't deal with Carson Daly, and I don't understand why.
I don't
Every
understand
time
why.
I love Carson Daly, and he's always like, friggin' Carson Daly. It's like he has like, it's like him and Carson Daly are like nemesis or something. I don't know.
I know.
But like Kevin isn't passionate about many things.
It's like Newman.
Right.
Like,
no, it's exactly like that. And he's not like that with anyone else.
no. I like that.
Anytime we mention
so
Carson,
funny.
friggin' Carson. And Kevin doesn't swear, just so everyone knows. Like, if Kevin does swear, you know that it's like the house is burning or something really crazy happened.
Right.
Because like Kevin grew up in a wicked strict, like,
Yeah.
and they just didn't, I mean, and there's nothing
They
wrong
didn't
with that.
talk like that.
Right. And then he met me. Which is kind of crazy because I swore like a sailor. And why he was like, that girl?
She's gonna be my bride.
I like the way she talks.
My bride's gonna have a swear jar.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, he just doesn't like Carson Daly. I don't get it. I don't understand it. When I was watching him and Joey McIntyre that night, he was like, I can't. I just can't. He got up out of bed. I was like, what is wrong? He's like, it's Carson Daly. Nothing to do with Joey McIntyre. That Carson Daly. I can't.
I don't understand.
So I'm like, you didn't
Carson
watch
Daly
TRL?
seems like a nice guy.
I know, right?
He just seems like a nice, normal dude.
It
That's
must.
what I always liked
He
about
must
him.
remind Kevin of somebody. You know how like sometimes you don't like an actress or don't like someone because they remind you of somebody that like did you wrong or something. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe we should call him down and ask him.
I mean, it's just so weird.
I'll tell him to come down and maybe like at the end he can tell us what his beef is with Carson Daly.
He'll say, I just don't like the guy. Did he ever date Shannon Elizabeth? Is that why?
I don't know. Did he? Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe.
If it's, so just so everyone knows, I don't know if they know yet. Kevin's gonna kill me. Kevin's thing was Shannon Elizabeth. I look nothing like Shannon Elizabeth. Like, I just don't know. It's good for him, you know. I mean, nothing wrong with Shannon Elizabeth.
No, she's beautiful.
Yeah,
she looks great now.
I haven't seen her.
She looks the same.
Well, then she looks fantastic.
Plant-based diet.
I bet.
No, it is now hosted by Ryan Seacrest.
That's right.
And
I don't think Kevin likes Ryan Seacrest either. Maybe it's because now that I'm thinking of him, I'm like, maybe there is somebody else. Like I felt like there may have been somebody else, and then when you just said Ryan Seacrest, I'm like, oh god. Maybe Kevin wanted to do the New Year's.
Maybe Kevin wants to be like an MTV or like American Idol music host type of person because that's what they are. And he's like, I'm an accountant.
But my secret identity, accountant by day. He's gonna kill me.
Why?
I'm not cutting this out.
No, don't. But I've always watched Dick Clark. I love Dick Clark.
Yeah.
And even at the end, like when he couldn't talk, him and his wife still kissed at midnight.
Oh, I know. I remember I think it was like the last time he did it.
That's precious. That was precious.
Didn't he die like shortly after?
Yeah, he did. I think it was within like a month or two, maybe. I'm not totally sure. Don't quote me on that.
Right, because like we don't know.
No, but I feel like
we aren't walking.
When he did, I was like, well, I just saw him on New Year's.
Yeah, we aren't like walking like boxes of information.
No, and I'm not looking anything up either. Yeah, so I found a.
Oh, we have a special guest.
Oh, Kevin.
We wanted to ask you some questions. Do you have a second?
Sure. Why don't you sit right down?
Yeah, you have to come over. Okay, so we're talking about New Year's Eve. Okay. New Year's Eve. And the topic of Carson Daly was brought up. How do you feel about Carson Daly?
I want to see his face.
It's okay. We've already discussed it. You feel free The mic is all yours.
You really want...
Yeah, well, how do you feel about Carson Daly?
He's the worst ever.
Why?
He's annoying.
Kevin, why
But
do you
how
have
is he
these feelings?
annoying?
Why do you
I
have
don't
these
know.
feelings?
I just, even as far back as TRL, I couldn't stand him.
Okay,
But why?
how do you feel about Ryan
I
Seacrest?
can't hear what Brooke's saying.
Oh, he can't hear what you're saying.
Oh.
Here, hold on.
Okay.
How do you feel about Ryan Seacrest?
I like Ryan Seacrest.
Oh, okay. I
Oh,
was wrong
good,
about
okay.
Ryan Seacrest. Okay.
It's
He
just
has
Carson Daly.
No beef with Ryan.
No. I like Ryan.
You do?
But
Yeah.
but what's up with Carson?
okay.
Why Carson Daly? Like, what is it about him that bugs you?
Everything.
Did he date Shannon Elizabeth?
I have no idea.
What was that? Do you have a secret like desire to host the New Year's Eve, like TRL maybe, and that's why you didn't like him? Because like you got up and walked out of bed when I was watching Carson Daly and Joe McIntyre. When I was watching that thing, you were like, I just can't, and you got up and walked out of bed. Like it's that bad. What did he do to you? We need to know.
Well, back
Kevin's
then,
looking at me like, do you really want me to tell the truth?
we've discussed this.
No.
And back then, you had to watch Dick Clark.
Right. Okay. So now you watch Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the beef?
I don't know. I've just...
But you don't
always...
have. This is the thing. You don't have feelings about people like this.
No, I don't. But he's just... I don't know. He's
He's
always
the
annoyed
worst.
me.
Kevin goes, he's the
He's
worst.
the worst. I like Carson Daly.
I do too.
When he had that talk show, and I was like, why does...
Kevin would get crazy. He hated that.
Did you ever
I
watch
liked
that, Brooke?
it.
You liked that?
Yes.
It was like on after the Late Show or
I
whatever.
loved it.
He was
There
on
were
after Conan.
sometimes though I
Yeah.
was like, sometimes it was a little awkward. I'm like, what's going on here?
He was always awkward.
It was like After Hours with Carson Daly or something.
He would just say weird things, and I don't know. He always had this
He's the
weird vibe
worst.
to me.
So, but listen. So, what were your New Year's Eve traditions? We might as well ask him while he's here.
Yeah.
Mine were pretty boring. I told you the other day. We just were usually at home with my parents until I was driving, and then I was, just over at a friend's house.
Yeah.
Sometimes I would, stay over at a friend's house, but it was no real...
But you went to Times Square.
Yeah, we did one 97 into 98.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Hey, that's the one that I have. I'm posting on the website.
That's the one that you have.
That I'm posting on the website, 97 into 98.
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
you
it was our senior year.
Yes.
Tell him what you saw. Tell Brooke what you saw. Tell
What
everybody
I
what you
saw.
saw.
Okay,
so first you got to preface this by I told them that you kind of grew up in a really strict household.
Right. Yes.
I mean, like
very conservative.
very conservative, very like your parents didn't drink.
Nope.
So you hadn't seen anything like this before.
Right.
Did people pee in the street?
This is classic material.
Did people pee in the street? Absolutely. So, because you get there, if you want to be even close, you got to get there hours ahead of time.
Right.
So basically, and I can't remember, I think we were 2 hours early and we were still about 6 blocks back. So what they had, the police were in force and everybody had to be, there was 2 streets that were blocked off, one in each direction. And then they would count how many people into a block, and then they would close that block off. And
Interesting.
you were in the street, the sidewalks, the police were on the sidewalks, and the people were in the streets. So they would block it off, so the side streets were still open for traffic. So you're standing there for, like I said, we were 2 hours early, and that year, I think when we got down there, it was about 12 degrees. We happened to be near a bank that would show the temperature and the time, and it was like it would just keep dropping. Every few minutes it was like another degree colder. I think by the time the ball dropped, it was like 4 degrees. So it doesn't always get that cold. This year could be as cold as it is here, but I know I've seen ones where it really wasn't that cold down there, but it was that year. And so, of course, everybody, being down, what are they going to do for a couple hours? Everybody just about was carrying alcohol on them.
You got to stay warm somehow.
Yeah. And just
drinking and being merry.
Yeah. Absolutely obliterated. And
Kevin was like, what's going on? What are all these people doing? Why are they acting that way?
No, I knew what it was. But but you could tell she's laughing. So, there was the, occasional, then there was the occasional, girl up on top of the boyfriend's shoulders and, lifting her shirt up.
Kevin was like,
gosh.
whoa, hey.
Yeah. And then, every once in a while, you'd feel, because you were corralled in and it was pretty tight, and so you'd feel people kind of pushing in one direction, like getting away from other people, and then you'd hear somebody puke.
Oh, wonderful.
Ew.
Kind of like that girl at the concert.
And
Yeah.
so basically, the other reason they had the sidewalks open is if people needed to get out, they could move to the sidewalks to get out, but they wouldn't get back in. So.
Oh, once you were crawled in, that's it?
Yeah, that's it. If you left, you weren't getting back into that block.
That's why people peed.
Right.
Do they do that now, I wonder?
I'm sure they do. It's for security.
Yikes.
Yeah.
You better don't do that pen, because the people will be like, I heard that pen snapping. 1 star.
But it's very well organized. And it has to be, because there's still a lot of traffic. And
right.
For security reasons. I mean, there was a lot of, there was basically, it seemed like almost everybody in the police force was out. I mean, every block had, both sides were lined with, regular officers on horseback, the whole deal.
Sounds like a party.
Yeah, it was quite a party. And so for the 2 hours, and then I think, we saw the ball drop, and of course everybody's happy
New Year. Kiss.
And
did you kiss anybody?
No, I wasn't there. I mean, I was
Did
there
you
with his
kiss your
family.
mom?
No, my dad kissed my mom.
Okay. Sorry.
And, so the ball dropped, everybody was happy, and everybody starts immediately, like as soon as it's done, because it was so cold, everybody just starts kind of scattering. And we were probably 5 or 10 minutes from our hotel, and we were, I think, in bed trying to warm up by 12:15.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We were so cold.
I'll bet.
From standing there for 2 hours.
So, well, actually, we'll be talking. They'll be listening to this on New Year's Day, so it already would happen. But I was gonna say, wear your long johns.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you're going.
And wear your Depends.
Where it depends.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
We appreciate your expertise on Times Square. Thank you, Mr. Schrader.
yeah.
You're welcome.
That was 20 years ago.
I know, that's crazy.
So just so everyone knows, Kevin has the headset on, and Brooke and I are doing like a Skype. We'll talk about
yeah.
it later. But yeah,
Why couldn't you just have...
I don't have another headphones.
Oh, you can't just have it play through the speakers, or that would mess up the
No,
microphone.
mess up. It will sound. Eee.
No, that would not
Feedback.
sound good.
Echo.
Right. So let me just ask you one more Carson Daly question. Okay. So if he came up to you off the streets and he was like, "Hey, nice to meet you," would you shake his hand?
Yeah, I would shake his hand. I'm not a jerk, but I wouldn't approach him.
Carson Daly would have to approach Kevin.
If I was in like,
I would.
I don't even know if he's in New York City still, but I would assume, I don't know. But if I like saw him on the street, he's not a person I would like be like, oh, let me get a picture.
Would you do that to anybody? I don't think you would.
Shannon Elizabeth, he would.
Excuse me, miss. Hi. I loved you in American Pie. What else was she in?
She was in that one Kevin Smith movie that everybody was in.
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Oh, yeah. I love that
great
movie.
That was a great movie.
Well, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
Very much. I appreciate your expertise.
Thank you for joining us on the
Carson Daly.
delicious dish.
Dish. That's very funny.
All right. Love you.
I was going to say something, but it would be inappropriate related to the delicious dish.
Sweaty balls.
Oh, wait, what'd you say?
Balls?
Is that what you're going to say?
Yes.
That's
We
what I
were-
said.
It's not inappropriate.
Well-
Our listeners won't mind.
That's right. You already have an R rating
I-
or whatever.
I posted that video the other day.
Oh, you did? Brooke posted that video the other day.
Sweaty
So.
balls?
Yes.
Yes.
We had a special guest. Did you like it?
Impromptu.
Did you like Kevin talking about Carson Daly in Times Square? That was fun.
That was great.
That was impromptu.
Well, that was great because
I love
had
that he sat
forgotten
down.
that
He was
Times
like,
Square.
"Hey, yes, here I'll tell you my story."
Yes, I do not like Carson Daly. He's the worst.
He's the worst. Hey, He isn't afraid to tell it like it is, I guess. And he likes Ryan Seacrest, so okay, cool.
So we have to mention that like New Year's in the 80s and 90s was great until Y2K.
2000 is coming. Why isn't anyone thinking about this in like 1990, 1991, 1992, 1993? All of a sudden it's like 1999 and people are like, oh
gosh,
crap, our computers are going to stop working.
There's going to be, the bank accounts are going to drain. We won't have access to our ATMs. Credit cards will all be maxed.
I'm like, and here's my thought on this.
Cars will stop running.
Right. No one will be able to buy food.
Right.
How many people built bunkers? That's what I'd like to know, because I'm sure there are lots of them.
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of Y2K bunkers.
So do you... I had a very unique experience for Y2K.
Yes, you did.
I had a very unique experience because I was selected because I was low man. I had to stay. It definitely wasn't an honor. I had to stay at the airport like till the next morning just in case something happened. Like,
because you worked for American at the time.
Because I worked for American at the time. We were actually trying to think. So that was, we were still Business Express at the time, I believe. Because I didn't, yes, we were still Business Express. I just started at American like that late summer, like August or September. So I was still really new. But I was with a couple people. And Business Express Airlines, if you didn't know, it was a small airline that operated in the Northeast. I believe it was just the Northeast. And it was the best airline to work for. Let me just tell you right now. It was like everybody knew everyone else. Everybody knew everyone else's business. Business Express. We call it, BizX. Some people call us Bex, but BizX. It was fun. I feel really lucky to have that in my life. And I mean, Brooke and a lot of my other friends too, they got to experience it too because, I mean, that was my life. That's what.
And it was like, it was pre 9/11.
Right. Exactly.
So like, it was
we
just
were
different.
friends with all the security people. Like all of us, we were just a big gang.
Yeah.
And so we were all prepped and ready, waiting for when
the planes fell out of the sky.
I don't know what I was going to do. I have no idea what I was like. I guess like if they had to divert or something.
Yeah.
Because we are the alternate for the space shuttle or something like that. That might be, I wonder if that is a like old wives' tale.
No, but our runway here is crazy.
Right. We get a lot of international flights that stop here. We have a lot of people, a lot of international flights that will divert here if they have like unruly passengers.
Yep.
A lot. Because our airport is equipped to handle that stuff. And they do it really well. So, and what happens is like for us, once we turned American, when we'd have American flights that would divert, we were somewhat responsible for helping out with that kind of stuff. Like if they needed to be rebooked or stuff like that. Even though we were American Eagle, not American. So yeah, so I just sat there and I was like, that's what I did for my 1999 going into 2000, sitting in the terminal waiting for whatever to happen. And like, I'm not going to lie, I was a little nervous because I'm like, what if something happens? Like, what am I going to do? But like, I didn't feel like it was going to happen.
Right.
So were you, I think I was more concerned about the Mayan calendar ending than I was about Y2K.
I know. Yeah, really.
I was like super nervous about that. Well, because I watched Unsolved Mysteries. Come on.
I just looked this up. Bangor International Airport is one of the East Coast abort landing sites.
Hey.
There's several of them, but not like so many. There's probably like 12.
Right. And I mean, we get the Antonov, which is like the largest plane in the world.
It's huge. It actually is frightening when you see it.
You
like,
don't.
For me, it's scary.
I never, when I used to go out and watch it, like land and take off, I was like, is it ever going to stop? That was number one when it would land. And sometimes we'd ride our tugs over there, but it was so enormous. Like you could fit like a neighborhood in there.
It's like when it's parked, like when they have it at the airport and you're driving up like Griffin Road, and it's like at that end part behind GE. It like towers over the buildings.
Yes, it's huge.
Huge.
It's
and
huge.
It's scary, but like really big things like that scare me.
Yeah,
like big like wind turbines scare me.
I'm afraid always like one of them's gonna like fly off.
That's exactly.
Somebody told me, and again, I don't know if this is a rumor, I'm just going to say it, but someone told me that they're really bad for bats.
Wind turbines?
Yes.
Probably.
That they like emit a frequency or something that like will kill bats or
that bats will fly to and then they'll get stuck
something like that. Something like that. And it could be, I guess I should have probably looked it up before I said it, but
well,
again it could be a rumor. I'm not going to say it's true.
We're not Siri.
But I can tell you that the Antonov landed there. I was there when an engine blew on the fastest plane in the world, which was what was it called?
The Concorde?
The Concorde. And I got to go on board. It was amazing. It like looked like a big mosquito. That's all I could think of. Like it looked like a mosquito. And when I got on there, my Uncle Leo was back there because he's a Brinks guy. My Uncle Leo. Yeah. And because he was guarding the plane. Because, I mean, it was very expensive to ride on there. So I'm sure that they had some precious cargo, you know.
Oh, totally.
But one of the engines failed. And they had to land. So. And then, like, shortly after that, there was no more Concorde. I don't think that flies anymore.
No. It stopped in, like, the early 2000s.
Yep. I had a lot of fun at the airport, but Y2K was not one of those fun days. We did not have like activities planned. It was just kind of a waiting game.
I worked at the mall at the time, and it was like a thing. Like, are our registers, like, are they going to be able to, like, are we going to be able to open? Mm-hmm. Guess what?
Everything was fine.
Everything was fine. The receipts, instead of printing 99, they printed 00.
Hey.
They just went on. Life went on.
I wonder, here's my question. I wonder if there was anything that actually happened. Because I don't think I ever heard of anything.
I don't think anything actually happened. Maybe something really small.
Hey, I'd be interested in knowing. So if something happened to you at Y2K,
let us know. That would be interesting.
Let us know.
That would be very interesting.
Yeah.
But Y2K, man. Crazy.
But what's funny to me is that it didn't seem like anybody started talking about it until like just a little bit before it was going to happen. And I'm like, hello.
Yeah, no, it was like a few months. It felt like a few months.
You guys should have been preparing for this.
Seriously.
You know it was going to happen. You knew we were going to make it to the year 2000. So.
Yep. So guess what?
How those doomsday preppers doing?
I
wonder if there's anybody still like living in their bunker.
So glad I avoided that Y2K mess.
Like Kimmy Gibbler's parents. Have you been watching Fuller House?
Nope.
Her parents were still in their bunker.
Oh, they're still in their bunker?
Yeah.
From when?
Y2K.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
That's like a thing on the show?
Yeah. So they didn't. So her and her
Weird.
brother didn't want to like make them feel bad, so they didn't tell them.
I don't remember Kimmy Gibbler's brother on the show.
He's on Fuller House.
I don't remember him on the original.
No, I don't remember him on the original.
I think they created a brother.
Possibly. They get a lot of other stuff right though.
That's good. I watched like half of the first season. Mm-hmm. Not that I didn't like it. I just haven't watched any more.
It's hard for me to watch TV shows.
Yeah.
I ended up watching it, all of it, binging it.
Yeah.
I already watched the first season and half of the second season because Bryn wanted to watch it with me.
Right.
Because she used to watch Full House before that. So she was really excited about it.
I love Full House.
And she had also seen the last episode, and I didn't realize it because I was
Full
talking about that.
House?
Yes, and I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen the last episode.
You must have.
I've heard about it. Like,
Michelle rides again.
yeah. Oh my goodness. So let's talk about this year. We won't do
Okay.
like a full year in review, but like what we'll do is I'll ask the question, you answer it, and then I'll answer it,
Okay.
and
boy.
then it'll be easy.
Oh, okay. It's not like a pop quiz.
No.
It's
no,
not
no.
like pass or fail.
So, what are 3 events that have happened in 2017? Like your 3 most memorable events this year?
3 most memorable events.
Mm-hmm.
That's really hard. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I think I have one like singular event that was quite memorable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it was.
What was it?
The New Kids concert.
Oh, okay.
Because like that was amazing. Those seats were the best. Well, and I'm thinking of other things too, but you tell me yours.
Okay.
But like one of mine definitely is the New Kids concert.
Well, that was
And-
my number 1.
Yes.
Was the Mohegan Sun concert.
Yep.
Number 2 was going to Fenway with Bryn because
Yeah.
that was amazing. Number 3 was Donnie sharing our podcast. Like us starring the podcast, Donnie sharing the podcast. And then like I was like I had a tie because I had so much fun with Maria, Kim, and Jackie. That was like in there too.
See, I really loved my family vacation in this past spring.
Well, that's great. That's a great memorable event.
So that's when I say like it's not like one singular event, but it was like the whole trip was awesome. Because it's not often that just the 3 of us go on a vacation together.
Yeah, and you had a
Me,
great
Pete, and
time.
Sadie. We had a great time. We went to Universal Studios. We went on a cruise. It was fun. Super memorable. Sadie's a great age. So we had a blast. Of course, I had fun with my mom in Disney in December. But like the podcast, like starting the podcast, just the whole thing has been incredible. And again, that's not really one event, but it's like a whole thing
Yeah.
that has.
I meant more like not like event, but more like thing, like something
okay.
that's been like great.
I was thinking of like day. Like what was your 3 best
no.
days?
I meant like an event that transpired, like a thing that transpired.
like the podcast has consumed half of our year,
Right.
In a great way.
In an amazing way, because it's hard for me to remember what things were like, which is a really good thing. It's very hard for me to remember what things were like before the concert, which is like amazing.
Yeah.
I'm really
Yeah.
glad because I don't want to remember that stuff.
Yeah.
So
No, it's just been awesome all around. It's been so fun
yeah.
and like super fun meeting new people and making new friends and getting to go and spend time with them,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
has been awesome. And I can't wait to see what 2018 brings.
We already have something planned in February. Yay!
Yes, we do. I'm so excited.
So like we have to
Hopefully
get something
right around
else
the
planned
corner.
like March or April. So
Like,
that way
That's right around the corner.
I know. I love it.
I hope it's not this cold.
I hope so too. I hope so too. I really hope
mean,
so.
If it is, then whatever. But I just hope it's not so cold.
No, I totally, yeah. So going into 2018, I have a couple things that I am like ready to be like, all right, 2018, this is what I'm going to do.
Like resolutions?
Not really resolutions, but like things I've been thinking about, like, okay, how can I really make 2018 the very best year it could be? And
Okay.
so like what I like, this is my personal one. And then if you would like to share yours, if you have, you know, if you can think of it, but I really want to do a better job, or I'm going to start accepting myself for me. And this is me. Like you guys listening to me on the podcast, this is me. This is Nikki. Like, this is me. This is who I am. And I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with myself. And I think that's taken a long time for me to say.
Yep.
And so I'm starting the year with that. That's what I'm going to do.
I think that's great. I did a lot of that in 2017.
Did you really?
I did.
Yes, you did. You definitely did. Because that phone call when you called me, I was like, I hear you.
Which phone call?
When you called me just recently and you were like, I'm holding myself back. Like, the only thing that's holding me back is myself.
Yep.
And I was like, I hear you. That is exactly right.
Yes.
We are the only people that are holding ourselves back.
And like I've kind of, every day is a work in progress.
Mm-hmm.
Every day. But at some point this year, I had sort of like a switch in my brain that was like, you know what? Like, why do you hate yourself so much? Do you know what I mean?
No,
like,
I totally.
Like, why can't you just accept yourself for who you are?
Right.
Because your friends do.
Right.
Your family does.
Right.
You have, a husband who loves you.
Mm-hmm.
You have this amazing little kid you are her world. But like, you hate yourself.
Right.
Like, why would you do that? And when I say I hate myself, like, I don't really hate myself, but I get down on myself.
No.
Like, I could keep a cleaner house. I could take better care of myself. I could lose a little weight. But you know what? Like, at the end of the day, yeah, I could do these things. And yeah, I am a work in progress, like many of us are. But like, why can't I just appreciate myself for who I am right now today?
Right.
Rather than, I'll be happier if I was 20 pounds lighter.
Right.
Because I won't be.
Right.
I'll still be in that same mindset.
No. And that's, I mean, that's where I've always been. Like, no matter what change I've made, I haven't ever been happier.
Right. And I've really tried to work on that, and that's what I'm going to continue to work on in 2018.
All we have to do is listen to the song Stay the Same, because that's exactly what he's telling us to do. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you, sit back, listen to that song. Don't ever wish that you were someone else. You were meant to be.
You're going to cry.
Nope. Okay, I can't. The way you are, exactly.
You're tearing up.
No.
See, we're in our own homes because, like, it's too darn cold to go outside.
Mm-hmm.
And we're on Skype, so I can see her on video. And she's getting emotional.
That song just gets me. My nose is, like, tingly because it's like the tears want to come, but I'm trying to stop them. I'm doing math in my head. Ugh. But seriously, I can't tell you how many times that song has played the past, like, 2 weeks on my playlist that of, like, 300 and some odd songs. It just keeps playing.
It just like comes up. Like, you don't play it.
It just comes up. It's like something wants me
like
to hear
random.
that song. Yeah.
That's
because,
good.
I mean, that's honestly, through this whole podcast, the biggest thing that I was in fear of. So a lot of times I will, like, put myself down or make fun of myself first so someone else won't do it, you know? Because that's how I feel. But in reality, I'm okay with those traits sometimes. Sometimes I'm really not okay with the traits. Like, I'm really insecure about them. But I'm going to start being more secure about them. And more like, you know what? I'm a good person. And if someone can't see that, guess what? They don't need to be in my life. So.
Exactly.
And you know how long that's taken me to say that.
Yes.
Because you've been telling me this for 30 years. We are celebrating 30 years of friendship, by the way, guys. We didn't realize this until we were on Best Forever's podcast, which we will let you know when that episode's coming out. But all of a sudden it dawned on us that,
like, 30 years of friendship this year.
Yeah, we are celebrating 30 years of friendship in 2018.
That's ridiculous. You know what that means?
Cake. T-shirts.
T-shirts.
30 years, forever friends.
Friends forever. Forever friends.
You are a star.
You are a shining star. What's that song?
I don't know.
You know the song.
Oh, I can't get... Look, I'm like still... My eyes are like... Because I'm just like... Don't you ever say you don't like the way you are. When you learn to love yourself, you're better off by far. And I hope you'll always stay the same. Oh my God. I cannot.
You know who always makes me feel... Okay, so like what that song does for you, Mr. Rogers does for me.
Okay, but you realize that song didn't always do that for me.
Because did you not listen to the lyrics?
Nope. Not until I was like going through that like rough part, you know.
Yeah.
The Dark Ages with Voldemort.
Yes, that's a good name.
Well, that's what I say around Kevin sometimes, and the kids are like, Voldemort?
So, anyway.
So we're going into 2018 with some really good things.
Yeah.
Like amazing things.
I'm happy.
I am too.
I'm excited.
I'm nervous.
Why?
Because, like, I don't know. I'm so, like, something bad's gonna happen.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, isn't that awful? Like, when things are... Because I doom myself. Like, what do you call it? Like, I self-sabotage. That's on Bryn's playlist, by the way. Her, like, warm-up playlist. I was like, here, sabotage, Beastie Boys. Put it on there. She really likes it.
So, yeah, don't do that. And try to be optimistic.
I will.
I try to be optimistic. Nothing bad's going to happen.
No
But
more Y2K.
Everything happens for a reason, too. Like, that's the thing. Like, everything
Yes,
happens
Joe
for a
McIntyre.
reason.
Yes, Joe McIntyre. Nothing is random.
But, like, don't look at it like something bad's going to happen. If something bad happens, it was going to happen.
You're right.
And then it's just what you do with it. Like, what do you do with that? You learn from it. You grow from it.
That's exactly right.
And you keep moving on.
You keep smiling. Keep on smiling.
Yep.
I'm full of it tonight.
I'd say so, man. So
Are you down?
Are you down?
I love that song.
I
take her out to dinner, treat her like a winner. I may be young, but I'm no beginner. Sorry. I love that song so much.
2018. Here we come.
Here we come. Ain't no stopping us now.
We're on the move.
Woo!
Yeah. So I think that
about sums it up.
I think that about sums it up.
I think so too.
See you 2017. You were great. 2018. Come on in.
Yeah. We're ready for you.
I'm ready.
I got my bells on.
I can't wait for summer.
I know. Not, and I hate wishing time away, but I really can't wait for summer.
Seriously. It's -1 and it's December. It's early for that.
Tax season starts soon.
Oh, man.
So I will be welcoming these podcast opportunities with open arms.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
I'll be in Memphis next week.
Oh, that's right.
What up, Memphis? How you doing?
What up, yo?
I wonder if their Wahlburgers is open yet.
Yesterday was Joe McIntyre's birthday.
That's right. Did you know what I'm doing tomorrow?
I do know what you're doing tomorrow.
Paper plates unite for Joey Mac's birthday.
So are you going to post that?
Yeah, I already did.
Right, but are you going to post them when you're done with them?
Oh, hells to the yes.
Okay.
Here's the thing. If I'm Joey McIntyre and I'm looking at these paper plates, I haven't listened to the podcast, I'm going to be like, what the hell?
Be like,
What is going on? Where's the food?
this bitch be crazy.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Yeah, I know.
So, like, I'm trying to think of a way to tie it in so it's like inquisitive. Cool. Yeah, like,
So
come
he'll be like,
to my window. Paper plate
like,
birthday.
what does this mean? What does this
Right.
mean?
Right. Not like, that's a friggin' paper plate. What the hell?
Right. Why is my name on it?
Right. That's weird. So yeah. But Kelly does have the best hashtags. So I haven't looked at the ones that she said. So maybe we'll just...
She had been drinking a little bit, so she.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's wrap this up.
That sounds good. I think this is a great episode.
Yeah. And we'll have a really good episode for you as well on...
Oh my God.
Wednesday.
Our 50th episode is epic.
Oh. That's all I'm going to say.
She's my friend forever.
Friend forever. Friend forever. All right. This has been real, yo.
This has been awesome.
Yep. So,
hey guys.
Thanks for listening. We really appreciate it. Happy New Year. Thanks for all of the support you've given us in 2017. We would not be here if it weren't for you, because this is your podcast, Period. Not our podcast. Not just my podcast and not just Brooke's podcast. This is our podcast.
Yeah.
This is your podcast.
This is incredible.
Right.
Because of you.
Right. And we can't do it without you.
Nope.
So, yeah, keep your stories. We got some great ones this weekend. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to read them. We've gotten some good cruise stories too, so psyched about that.
Yep. Totally.
And I don't think that we mentioned it in the last one, but we ended up having the opportunity to meet with Norm and Danielle from Rock This Boat.
Yeah.
They happen to be in
I don't
Maine.
think we mentioned that. Yeah.
No, do you think it's okay to mention it?
I think it's great.
And that episode will be on probably when I'm in Memphis.
Yeah.
Because that will be a great opportunity for us to do that. And then it's a really great one. We did it actually at a diner.
We talked for hours.
We did. We talked for hours.
Yeah.
And I was like the most unprepared I've ever been. And I felt
like
foolish.
Old friends.
Yeah.
It was like old friends just getting together.
And like we had a lot of like in commons with Norm.
Yeah.
Like,
because Norm's from Maine.
He's from here. Hey, he knew of my first online boyfriend.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. So, and he went to tournaments.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
He actually lived in Bangor. Like
that's crazy. He worked like right across the street from me. When I worked at the Bangor Daily, he was working at the casino. So that was cool.
And it's just such a small world. So
it's
cool. And we were really excited to meet them. So
yeah,
that'll be a good episode. I think you guys will enjoy it.
Yes. So, if you haven't already, follow us on iTunes, and if you can rate and review us, that really helps us. I know we say it every podcast, and I hope we're not too annoying, but if you do use iTunes, if you rate and review us, it really does help us. It helps us so other people can find us and we can get more stories, or share us with a friend.
Yep.
We'd love that. So, and tell your friends about, upcoming episodes. Because we're really excited.
And maybe they haven't listened to us before, and
this might be their first time.
Great.
So welcome. We hope you enjoyed it.
Welcome to 2018.
Right. Happy New Year. All right. So
without further ado,
have a great New Year's Day. Back to work, or maybe you're back to work on New Year's Day.
Maybe
I don't know if I am or not.
New Year's, maybe you worked overnight. Maybe you were at work when the ball dropped.
Right. Maybe.
And you were, driving ambulance or, working
Right.
in a hospital or working in a call center.
Or at an airport.
Yep.
I never got those days off.
Nope.
I know how it is.
Maybe you work at Denny's.
Maybe.
Denny's doesn't close, I don't think.
They were open on Christmas.
Yep. Then they don't close.
No.
They're open 24 hours. Maybe you work at LL Bean in Freeport.
That's right. 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
366 in a leap year.
Hey.
So,
All right.
with all that being said, thank you so much.
Thank
for
you.
listening. We will see you soon.
We'll see you on Wednesday.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.